Hello all, my name is Krish Naik and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, we will be continuing the PySpark playlist series. And when I started this particular series, guys, there were requests from many people to please also complete the MySQL with Python playlist also. Don't worry about it, guys. Now, since you have that specific request also, what I'll do is that every day one PySpark video, one SQL videos, at least I'll try to do it. I also wanted to complete that particular playlist, but because of time I was not able to create much more material, so because of that it lagged. But don't worry, again the main aim is to upload more and more videos for you all, so that you'll be able to follow them properly, you'll be able to utilize them for your successful transition in any career that you're going ahead, right? So please make sure that just be patient. I'll try to upload parallelly both of this and I will try to complete the playlist. So yes, enjoy this particular videos, guys. Hello all, my name is Krish Naik and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, today we are in the tutorial 4 of PySpark DataFrames, and here in this particular video we are going to discuss about filter operation. A filter operation is pretty much important for data pre-processing technique. If you want to retrieve some of the records based on some kind of conditions, some kind of Boolean conditions, we can definitely do that with the help of filter operation. Now guys, please make sure that you follow this particular playlist with respect to PySpark. I will be uploading more and more videos as we go ahead. And remember one more thing, there was a lot of complaint from people telling to upload SQL with Python. Don't worry, parallelly I'll start uploading SQL with Python. I'm extremely sorry because of some delay, because I was doing some kind of work, busy with something, but I'll make sure that I'll try to upload all the videos. So parallelly SQL with Python will also get uploaded. So let's proceed. Now first of all, let me go and make some cell. Now today for this I have taken a data set, a small data set which is called as test1.csv. Here I have some data set like name, age, experience and salary, and I'm just going to use this and try to show you some of the example with respect to filter operation. Initially, whenever you want to work with PySpark, you have to make sure that you install all the libraries. So I'm going to use pyspark.sql import Spark session, and this will actually help us to create a Spark session, right? And that is the first step whenever we want to basically work with PySpark, right? So we'll be using spark session.builder.app name. Then I'm just going to create my app name as DataFrame and basically write get or create function, which will actually help me to quickly create a Spark session. I think this is pretty much familiar with every one of you. Now let's proceed and let's try to read a specific data set. So over here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a variable df_PySpark, and I'm going to use the Spark variable .read or .csv, and here I'm just going to consider my data set test1.csv, and here I'm just going to make sure that we have this particular option selected, header is equal to true and infer schema is equal to true. I think this all I've actually explained you. Then if I write df.pyspark.show, here you'll be able to see your data set. Okay, so it is reading. Let's see how we'll get the output. So this is my entire output. Now guys, as I showed you that we will be working on filter operation, I will try to retrieve some of the records based on some conditions. Remember, filters also are available in pandas, but there you try to write in a different way. Let me just show you how we can perform filter operation by using PySpark. Okay, so filter operations, let me make this as a markdown so it looks big, it looks amazing. Let me make some more cells. Perfect. Now first step, how do I do a filter operation? Suppose I want to find out salary of the people who less than probably 20,000. Okay, less than or equal to 20,000. I can write like that, less than or equal to 20,000. Now for this there are two ways how we can write it. First way, I'll just try to use the filter operation. So you have like dot filter, and here you just have to specify the condition that you want. Suppose I'll write salary is less than or equal to 20,000. Remember, this salary should be the same name of the column over here, right? And when I write dot show, you will be able to see this specific records, and you'll be able to see, okay, less than or equal to 20,000 is this four people, Sunny, Paul, Harshan, Shubham. Here you'll be able to see all these things along with the experience, right? Now this is one way. Probably I just want to pick up after putting this particular condition, I want to pick up two columns. So what I can do, I can use this, and then I can basically write dot select and here I'm going to specify my name. Probably I want the name and age, name comma age. So dot show, I'll do this. Now this is how you can actually do it. Again, over here you can see that name underscore age is actually there, and you are able to get that specific information. After this, probably I want to do some other operation. You can actually do less than, greater than, whatever things you want. Probably I want to put two different conditions. Then how should I put it? Let's see for that also. So I'll write df Pyspark dot filter, and here I am going to specify my first condition. Suppose this is one way by using filter operation also, guys. And this conditions that I'm writing, I can also write something like this. See this. Suppose if I write df Pyspark of salary, suppose salary is less than or equal to 20,000. I can also write like this. I will also be able to get the same output. So here you'll be able to see the same output over here. Now suppose I want to write multiple conditions. How do I write? It's very simple. I will take this. This is one of my condition. So I'm just going to use this condition, and I can also use an AND operation, So I'll say AND or any kind of operation that you want. Probably I want to say that df underscore Pyspark salary is less than or equal to 20,000, 20,000, and probably I want a df Pyspark of salary greater than or equal to 15,000. So I'll be able to get all those specific records. Okay. And again, I'll try to put this in another brackets. Make sure that you do this, otherwise you'll be getting an error. Okay. Very, very simple, guys. So let's see how I've actually written. It is something like this: df underscore Pyspark dot filter, df for Pyspark of salary is less than or equal to 20,000, greater than or equal to 15,000. If I execute, you'll be able to see between 15,000 to 20,000. You'll be able to find out. You can also write or, then you'll be able to get all the different values. Now this is a kind of filter operation that you can basically specify. Remember, this will be pretty much handy when you are probably retrieving some of the records with respect to any kind of data sets, and you can try different things. See, this is one way where you are actually directly providing your column name and putting a condition internally. This Python-Pyspark data frame understands it, and you'll be able to get the output, right? So yes, this was it all about this particular video. I hope you like it. I hope you like this particular filter operation. Just try to do it from your side. Okay, one more operation is basically pending. I can also write like this. See this, everybody. I can basically say that, okay, probably I can use this operation, which is called as not operation. Let's see how this not operation will be coming. Okay, basically the inverse condition operation, we basically say. So I'll be using this, okay, and this, and inside this I can put a not condition, which like this. So I'll say this is a not of df of Pyspark salary is less than or equal to 20,000. So anything that is greater than 20,000 will be given over here. Okay, so inverse operation, you can say inverse filter operation. So yes, this was one of the thing. I'll say inverse filter operation, and I've actually shown you what all things we have actually discussed over here. So I hope you like this particular video. Please do subscribe the channel if you are not already subscribed. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you and all. Bye bye.